Afternoon. This is Veterans Talk. It ain't nothing but a thing, but it's a thing we're going to tune into every Saturday afternoon. I'm Elsa McGee, your host, and I'm here with my brother in Christ. I'm gonna stop saying brother in crime because we ain't doing no crime.
No.
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. I'm really doing good. Things are going well. Yeah.
Great, man.
Yeah.
I know you've been out today doing some other volunteering. I think people don't realize that we're busy in the community all the time doing stuff that we feel the community need us to be doing. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
So
we have another life other than this show.
Yes.
In case people. Yep. So it's good. It's good to be alive and good to be able to do stuff and everything. Especially that stuff that's, like you said, going to benefit the community because that's what we're, really interested in and really want to do.
Yeah. Helping the community
Yes.
Be its best self. And we got some stuff going on because we are here doing what we've been doing ever since we tried to start the show. Trying to make sense out of a sensitive situation called the plight of veterans in the USA. And the USA with the plight of veterans. Tony, we had a lively monthly membership meeting today. It was like off the hinges, really, when we start thinking about the conversations that we had. And we had 3 pastors in the meeting. You know, people didn't forgot that we are a chapter. We got a lot of members. And a lot of those members are preachers. And, today we had a chance to talk to the preachers, some of them that's members of our group and that have benefited from our VA service rep program, right? They benefited from it, so they know it works. And we are getting them now to start talking about benefits from the pulpit because every Sunday we got somebody in the pews of the churches in our community that deserves but not getting some benefits that they need and need too, and we need to let them talk about it, especially now since the chapter is growing to the point that we are partnering up with our Healing Village Medical Center down in Jonesboro to do a claim agency for a medical center. Now, this is the first kind of partnership in the community that does a medical center. Now, the idea that a medical center is actually doing claims is unheard of because what the biggest problems with claims, a veteran or senior getting claimed through VA or Social Security are medicals. If you ain't got the right medicals, you're not gonna get it right. You either gonna get low rated or you're not gonna get anything at all. So for the chapter to have hooked up with our Healing Village Medical Center to do a claim, and that claim they're giving the chapter the opportunity to train 10 service officers that we're gonna get certified by VA. They're gonna be able to file claims anywhere in the United States for veterans and Social Security. This is something spectacular because of the need for this in our community. Tony, when I got back from Vietnam, really screwed up. There was nobody in the community that could tell me or my family what to do. No, nobody. No, not one person that I could go to then finally found a brother on MLK, Dr. Horton, and he was doing claims, but he died, and his office his sign stayed up there for years, but there was nobody to replace him in the community that helped veterans get their benefits. So our community have suffered a economic loss that can never be calculated. Because of these benefits. And now it's even more critical that we get the information in the community because we got a clown in this show. That's actually the audacity of him to put a freeze on funds that was designed to help veterans with suicide issues. It just shocked the conscience of any right-thinking people for that to even be contemplated. Not only to put in an executive order from the president, the commander-in-chief of the U.S. military. I was outraged, and I had to calm down a little bit, Tony, before I could think about what we're gonna do to counteract that kind of stuff, misinformation. The coach stopped him, temporarily, but I think he knew that he couldn't do it. But what he was doing, he was sending a message to this weak Congress that he has. A do-nothing Congress that he has got elected to run our government. And I watched the Senate and the advising consent process of looking at his appointees, and he's purposely appointing people that's not qualified to do what he's putting them to do. Purposely.
Yes. Not just disqualified, they had no idea what to do.
Yeah.
These were people who ran businesses, but they were never given a job related to their business because it wasn't something that he could use for his benefit. It's almost criminal what he has done to basically. He's trying his best to be what he said he was going to be, was a dictator. He wants to control everything about going on during his administration and all the people that are working for him.
Well, Tony, you said two things that I want to piggyback on. You said that he during his administration. Now, this is so sad. This is a sad thing because he has actually gotten people in Congress floating the idea that he could run for president again, and he just got there with the drama.
He's laying the groundwork.
Laying the groundwork.
He is laying the groundwork
to be a president for life.
Yes. Yep. He wants the same power that his best buddy Putin has. He wants to be. It is a lifetime assignment.
And he think that we gonna go for it.
Yeah.
I mean, the idea that he want to think that we gonna go for it, and that it's in the same breath, messing with veteran benefits seem to be self-destructive to me. That why would he think that 22 million veterans in this country gonna stay quiet while he just take away benefits that they've earned
and were promised?
So we really got to get organized. So we are organizing this claim clinic for our Healing Village Medical Center. Now, the good part about this medical center is unlike any I've seen so far. They have traditional and non-traditional medicine. Yeah. So that way they're covering the gamut of people in our community that just don't want to take pills no more.
Exactly. Yes.
And they're treating them though. They'll be able to go there and get medical care. And now they gonna want partnering up with Vietnam Veterans of America to set up a claim clinic with the medical center. Now that's historical.
Yeah.
Unheard of. Who does that? Well, people that are concerned with the community does that. That's what we do in the community, is build networks to change the landscape of how we get our benefits back from the VA and Social Security. So what this guy has in mind, we just want him to go somewhere and sit down. just chill out, bro.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna do that to us. And when I'm saying we're not gonna let him do that to us, we won't put notice to all elected officials from the state of Georgia. 700,000 veterans in this state. And we gonna guarantee you this. I don't care whether you're Republican or Democrat. If you start messing with veteran benefits and Social Security, we're gonna fire you.
Yeah. Yep.
We're gonna make sure you get out of office. I don't care how strong you think Trump is in the community. He ain't that strong.
No.
And the bully attitude that he coming to the table with, ain't nobody scared of him but y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he need to chill out with the rhetoric, with the harsh rhetoric. We're talking about immigrants. We are a nation of immigrants. And I mean, yeah, we need to get those people out of the country that's here violating laws. We ain't got no problem with that. But then we also need to, be put in check with the 1,500 thugs he pardoned. One of them already got killed for trying to do a shootout with the police.
Yeah.
So what make his thuggish people any worse than those he talking about putting out?
Yep.
The hypocrisy of his followers is so glaring right now until they need to take a chill pill.
Yeah.
They come up there. I was watching the confirmation hearings, and these people are anti-government.
Mm-hmm.
They're anti-democracy. And this is what he wants to replace career government employees that he's fine, that he's telling you gotta go. He don't even have the authority to do that. But because of his position and taking over the government, he gonna sit up there and try to get this Congress, that send a message to this Congress that this is what he gonna want and this is what they gonna do. Well, bro, man, let me put you on notice. No.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. We're not gonna do that. We get up there and you need to represent all the people. I know some things in government need to be cut. It's a lot of ways.
Yes,
It's a lot of ways there. We not denying that some of this stuff need to be cut. But you got Robert Jr. Kennedy talking about vaccines, bro.
Yeah.
When we got all of these issues with medicine. No. We gonna have a better year than you think we're gonna have, because nobody is going for that. We gonna hit the streets. We're gonna do what veterans do. We are ex-military, bro, and the military gonna stand with us. They're not gonna take a bad order. So get over that. You got the idea that you gonna use you're using that at the borders because that's theatrics. They need some help down there right now. Let them go and do that. We ain't mad with you about that. But just trying to change people's citizenship, birthright citizenship. The 14th Amendment was dead for black folks, bruh. I guess when you unravel them, they're gonna come and unravel us too.
Yep.
This is Veterans Talk. It ain't nothing but a thing. But it's the thing we want you tuned into. Now you can call in today. We got some new stuff going on. If you don't know how to get to the live part of this broadcast, what you can do, go to sonsofatlanta.org. Go to sonsofatlanta.org right now. Click on Watch Live. Watch Live. Scroll down till you see Watch Live, and you can watch us live. But if you miss us on Watch Live today, you can go on that same website and look at the shows, the past show. You can look at all the past shows. You can look at when Marvin Anderson Jr. was here.
Yes.
You can look at when Michael Jr. Bond was here. And we're going to be those brothers are going to be coming back to the show because they've done some truly remarkable things in the community that we're going to talk about soon,
And not just what they have done, is also they're going to tell us what they are doing.
What they are doing.
Yes, but one of the great things about them, they don't rest on their laurels. They're out there continually
working.
They are committed to making our community better.
Listen, man. Yeah. I'm going to tell you something. The Veteran Empowerment Commission and this Veteran Service Program, one of the best things that happened for Fulton County veterans in the history of Fulton County. We just got to make it work. They set it up for it to work, and we got anything new, you're gonna have challenges.
Exactly.
Well, I think we've overcome most of the challenges during this first 3 years, and we got some leadership there. And I know that they thinking that they might not be reelected, but I'm gonna plug in right now for Dr. Brown and Tish to hold the positions that they holding. Now, see, we got a young veteran that just stepped in the show that should have been on the stage. I'm gonna get him on the stage, but hey, Gary, we're talking about veterans now, and talking about what we doing. Because we got to do some good stuff, but Dr. Brown and Tish the leaders that we need right now for Fulton County Veteran Empowerment Commission. So we starting this new term, where Tony, I got my reappointment letter, you got yours. So we can run our mouth again, we can do what we did. We got it started, brother, so we're supposed to be there to shape it up, to get it right for these young veterans that are gonna take it over and make Fulton County the best county in the state, best county in the nation for veterans. So we're working on that. But now the truth of the matter is, you can call in. Right now you can call in on Veterans Talk at 470-659-5974 and talk to us live. Let your voice be heard. Now this is a new setup because we are trying to make it where you can be heard on the issues that you need to be heard on. If you're all right with them freezing veteran benefits and changing veteran benefits, well, that's you don't need to talk with us. We're not for that.
Well, actually, we really need to hear their side of it. Yeah, we want to be open to everybody voicing their opinion. We may disagree with them, but we're going to give them a chance to make their point.
Their point.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you something. I'm glad Gary was here today because Gary does when we first met, he was doing a show Man Cage, man. That made a lot of sense because he was talking to brothers. Some of us need talking to. We need to work out some stuff, right? Because what we saw in this election that he bragging on by he got a landslide and a mandate is 82 million people that didn't vote. 13% of those was young black men that don't want to take responsibility for their future. They just didn't vote.
Yeah.
Then we had a lot of them went vote for him because he's a businessman. The government is not a business.
Yes.
It's not a business. And we can't let it be no business either.
And it's obvious by the number of businesses that he has ran failed.
And listen,
the list it goes on and on, from casinos to schools to how to be a success. In fact, his business on how to be a successful businessman failed.
And he still got 500 companies.
Yes.
Still. So we are in trouble because he done surrounded himself with billionaires, and you know why they're doing that? They're going to privatize government services.
Yep.
They want to turn it into their business. No. Just no. And we can look at what he did when he first the community care. It's a mess. It's a mess.
Yep.
The exam system, the medical exam for people getting, it's a mess. Because businesses around it, they ain't got no sensitivity for the veterans that they send. It's all about the dollar, for as they're concerned.
Oh, yes.
Not about the care of people that have served and incurred disabilities as a result of their service. That was the promise. That was the promise. And we got too many veterans walking around talking about they got denied a benefit that they deserve and have already earned. They playing with us. And we need to let them know these colors don't run. See, I think he got this little bully attitude. And I watched some of them people during their confirmation hearing. Arrogance. Just arrogant. And I mean, so much deferring to the president's agenda until they forgot what the people's agenda is.
Yes.
And the people's agenda is the Constitution of the United States. And we got people there that don't want to work within the Constitution of these United States, and they don't need to be in our government.
Yeah.
See, they done forgot that part. It's our government, we the people. And that means all the people. We can't get everything we want through an election. But one of the things we can always say that the government going to take care of you if you need it. I don't care whether you voted for a particular politician or not.
Exactly.
Right now, we got this shameful discussion about the fires in California, which I hate to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing them people destroyed everything, lost everything. And he going out there talking about, well, before they get some help, they got to do this or they got to do that. They ain't got to do nothing.
Yeah.
And that should be an affront to veterans too.
Yeah.
That should be an affront to us because he's putting conditions on our benefits that we've already earned. Okay, Tony. Okay, help me, brother.
Yeah, but it is a challenge to sit and watch him. He brags. It's not a matter of him just making a statement. He brags about what he is doing, what he's going to do, and most people are sitting there, particularly the party of, I used to say 45, now I got to say 47. The party will just agree to everything that he is putting out there.
Well, because he done bullied them. He got them bullied. But see, the problem is he ain't got us bullied.
Yeah.
What he did, his bullying and agitated us. Really, I mean, I hear some thinking that some veterans saying that I don't want to repeat on there, because we don't need to go there.
Yeah.
But he need to understand that he got a different demographic than his daddy had.
Oh, definitely. Oh, yes.
So we're a different generation than what he was raised up to believe about us.
Yeah.
I mean, he had Snoop and a few of the rappers and all like that because they just want the money.
Yeah,
we understand all that. We ain't mad with them about getting some money, but act like it. Just say it. Mm-hmm. Say it's all about the money, bro, and not talk about where he's gonna be a good person. He's gonna be a businessman till he die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and he's not gonna take over our government as his business. It's not his business. It's not the business of those clowns he's appointing. Yeah. I'm telling him he putting a guy over the FBI. That somebody help me with that. come on up here, Gary. Just pull a chair up. Mm-hmm. I don't want to talk about you too bad, so just pull a chair on up here so you can talk. Come up here with me and Tony. Well, we got some younger veterans, so they know all us ain't just senile. We ain't talking crazy, so we get somebody a little bit younger, and they'll know that we ain't all senile and talking crazy. But the one thing, Gary, introduce yourself, bro. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Gary Wiltshire, and host and creator of Man Cave TV show, and it will be relaunching soon. But it's definitely an honor to always be up here with Mr. McGee, Reverend McGee, and his co-host. One of the things that dawns on me as you guys are talking about the current administration, he's really pushing the envelope. He's pushing the envelope of his power. He's throwing everything he can against the wall to see what's going to stick.
What's going to stick.
And it's disturbing us as a veteran community. It's disturbing us as a African American community, and actually any communities outside of I guess black and brown. I really think that's also disturbing his community too, to be honest about it. Yeah. I'm starting to question if he's going to make the full 4 years. And I'm not talking about any threat of violence, but I think that he can push the envelopes too far that even his backers is going to start to wonder, wait a minute, what do we do here? Mm-hmm. And I really feel that within the first year, they're going to start questioning what did they do. And they can turn it around. Mm-hmm. They can impeach. And I really, if he continues, it's just like with the unfortunate airline crash. And, I really pray for the families of the victims, As it turns out, he sets and tries to throw blame against the wall to see if it sticks, simply because he's trying to further his agenda on the DEI hires,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. When the DEI hires has absolutely nothing to do with these events. The fact of the matter is he fired the FAA director.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was on the first day in office, on the 20th. He fired the director. There was no FAA director to report to these scenes of the accident. Right. You guys realize that? Mm-hmm. That's unheard of, to not have an FAA director. Mm-hmm. There was some other key people underneath that were dismissed or had to resign.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me say this. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Now tell people why he fired him. Now, people got to recognize why he fired him. Elon Musk told him to.
Yeah.
That's straight up.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm glad you said that. I hadn't considered that, but you're absolutely right. And so, with him and Musk trying to push their agendas, and it's so interesting, something you did say earlier, he's surrounding himself with people that are much richer than he is. People that are truly the elites that are in control of all the communication systems in terms of TV stations, radio and so forth. The media. Yeah.
Social media,
all that. He's surrounding himself with the people that owns it, that calls the shots.
Yeah.
That tells you there that, they have an agenda to push news and information that they want to push. And it's kind of like going back to where you were talking about how so many, young black men didn't vote. And I can remember having many conversations with young guys that I would see on the street and at work and so forth. And coincidentally, one of my co-hosts on Man Cave is an avid Trump supporter and can argue the points up and down with facts and figures. And I can't wait to get him, on so we can all kind of go back and forth. And because I believe information has to come from both sources. There has to be a contrast. There has to be facts. But this gentleman, he's good at arguing Trump's point until it comes down to some basic common sense stuff. Then sometimes he might have to shut up. But
well, you said that's a whole trunk agenda. Some common sense. It's like common sense. That's why so many of us be wondering why. These people that's backing the man ain't operating out of common sense. I mean,
I remember so many young guys, Mr. McGee, saying, "Well, he gave me a check."
And it wasn't
I'm certain you guys heard that. And I have to explain to him, he didn't want to do that.
That wasn't on his money.
He had to lose 300,000 people before they finally decided to say, "Hey, dude, we got to do something about this." And then he tried to tell us to put bleach in our bodies. Y'all remember that, right?
Drink some bleach and it'll be all right.
And somehow that got forgotten during, I don't know. I just kind of feel like the whole campaign was a big farce, and it was all the stage was already set for him to be there, and they pushed so much bad information. The Democratic Party, I think, did a terrible job of marketing Kamala. I know they had a really short period of time to work with, but all the money they had raised, I think they outraised Trump. $2 billion.
Yeah.
I don't know why you couldn't put that money to proper use, like that one commercial about her sitting there by the guy with the lipstick on and all that. I thought that was the craziest thing and funniest things I ever seen. And I thought common sense people would look at it the same way I was looking at it. It's funny, man.
But unfortunately,
it was a killer. It was a killer to her because we don't like that stuff, man. We don't like that stuff. I mean, even the young boys don't even like that kind of stuff, man. And there was no response to it.
No response.
Right.
They was supposed to just dump a ton of money responding to that. But they didn't.
Well, see, what we are dealing with is a media. You pointed out a media mongers having control over media. So, and unfortunately, a lot of people are getting their information from right-wing media. I listen to it all day, because I want to know what they're saying, what they're doing, right? But a lot of people listen to it, and they're influencing their decision-making and their perspective, right? So they're caught up into this misinformation because all of them want to be rich. So they think being around rich folks, some of it's gonna rub off on them, right?
No.
Not realizing they're not watching the idea the eggs went up right after election. The eggs gone up, and listen, they talking about putting tariffs on Mexico. Everything coming from Mexico
and Canada
gonna go up. So this is what's gonna bust his bubble because a lot of them poor people that voted for him voted for him because he said he's gonna bring the prices down. I'm talking about white people now. They believe that he's a businessman, he can bring prices down, not realizing that he's a businessman that he's gonna make prices go up.
Yep.
And one of the ways he's gonna make prices go up is that he's gonna give these tech billionaires tax cuts. So he got to cut social program to do that, and then he's gonna have to raise taxes to do that.
The one thing we can say, guys, Congress still plays a part.
Oh yeah.
Now we know the Republicans, they primarily have the House and they're predominant in the Congress. However, there is still a constitution that I think, this is my opinion, but I still think there's very, very decent people on both sides of the aisle. It's just like the cuts that he's been trying to make to certain social programs and the veterans. They're not allowing him to do that.
He don't have the authority to do it.
He don't have the authority.
He don't have the authority.
And it's kind of like the people that he wanted to say, go ahead and stay at, how do you have it? If you don't want to come into work, you resign and we'll pay you for 6, 7, 8 months. Well, he don't have the authority to do that. So that's key. So please, anybody that's thinking about that, don't buy into that.
Let me tell you a little story. I was online with the director of VA Medical Center Thursday. I'm on that advisory committee. They are moving forward in the VA with people taking the buyout. Just the way it is. Because he got people in place in these agencies that they scared. They scared of their own job. So he's saying that, and his plan is to go back to Congress, right? He's gonna go back to Congress, but he's putting this stuff out there for Congress to do, right? He know he couldn't do that. He know he don't have the authority to do all this stuff he's talking about. But you got to look at this sucker Congress he got. Man, now y'all gonna talk, man, because I get my PTSD come out when I'm talking about this stuff. Because I watched the Senate hearing on these confirmation. They, you know what? They just gave their power of advising consent over to Trump. They confirming people that are absolutely unqualified for the jobs that he appointed them into. This guy he's pointing over the Defense Department is going to have an impact on the military like this. Because, see, most of the people that got bad discharges out of the U.S. military is for drinking and drugs. Most of them. Right now. Now they got a secretary. They got a drinking problem. What they gonna do with the guys that got drinking problems in the military? What he's doing, he's destroying the military with that. He's trying to make it weak so that I guess it will make the invasion of this country by one of his buddies, Putin, North Korea, easy when he tried to declare martial law and we ain't taking it. See, we not see. You got to look at this man. He's a schemer, and he laying ground because he got some smart racists around him. And the Project 2025, they're implemented through his executive orders. You know, he's shooting it out there. I ain't got authority to do it, but I'm letting this Congress know this is what you're gonna do when you meet. We got to do this. Continue to build in coalitions the way we're doing, and we're planning a show up at Club E in sometime in March where we're gonna have a veteran powwow with Senator Ossoff and some of the state people that's running for office. Now we got to remember this is state time now, and the Georgia General Assembly need to be. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We got to focus on the local election because that's what they're trying to get our heads off of, because Brian Kemp is a hypocrite, but he can't run no more. But he got some hypocrites laying in the wait to run for governor, and we should be grooming our candidate. Who is that? We ain't got nobody stepped up yet.
Well, Keisha Lance is
please spare me, spare me, bro.
Okay.
Spare me.
All right.
You know, just we're not gonna go for folks because they look like us. We're gonna go for folks that look at her history.
Okay.
You know what? She gave her husband a them credit cards for the city, and he went shopping. That's why she didn't run for. I love Keisha. She is okay with me, but not as an elected official. She ain't got no business running for governor. You know, she ain't got no business running. I'm gonna say that right now, and I don't care whether people like it or not. Until she come and apologize to the community for that gap and some other gaps that she made with buying the $10 million worth of property for homeless that never got done. $10 million, some apartment somewhere, wasn't it, Tony?
Yeah.
What happened to them? Why are all these people still in the street? Please, let's look at what we're doing and vet these people that we're talking about, and not just embrace them because they're in politics. These are celebrities that need to just get somewhere and sit down. It's too crucial right now. You know, I ain't heard him talk about running, but the only politician that I know right now in the state of Georgia that I would want ready to get up and vote in at Michael Thurman.
Yeah, he took an ugly situation in DeKalb County and Decatur and turned it around.
And before that, Department of Labor.
Statewide.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so we need to look at what we're getting and what we need. We need somebody that's going to work for the people. This brother done showed in his to me.
Yeah.
I mean, to me now, I don't know what other people saw.
To throw that name out there, I think is extremely powerful because from everything I know and remember about him, he's really above reproach, and
and they scared.
Yeah, you know. Yeah. And I don't think there's nothing. Now they probably try to come up with something.
Oh, they always.
But I don't think there's anything significant that they could use against him. He's a very powerful name.
And because of his work, his service, all you got to do is look at what he did when he was in these places.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we need. We need a worker. We need a person in there. And you don't see him all out there trying to meet and glamorize all this stuff.
Right.
And you don't see all that. You know, I don't know the brother personally. Never been in his company, right? I done did things around him when he was Labor Department and that kind of stuff. But I'm looking at somebody that we can talk to about the issues in our community that's gonna work with us to deal with those issues. You know, Brian Kemp, you know, we need to rescind the gun laws that this man done put in our community where he got every little Joe Blow walking around with a piece hanging out his pocket.
Yep.
You know, we need to talk about who's gonna run state government now. We can't be distracted with what Trump doing because he's a distraction. You know, we got to recognize it. You know, we got to talk about it. But we got to right now focus our energies on local elections. Who is going to run and represent the community?
And what you guys think about this latest legislature where he's trying to control the amount of lawsuits allegedly with the idea that that's going to somehow turn down insurance premiums for health care providers and so forth.
Listen, he's up there to represent the billionaires. That's all that is about. But now we still got a few judges that's slapping him upside the head. Man, you're just too unconstitutional to be coming up in here. And we hope that there's enough of judges that can stall him on that level. But now we got to recognize all that stuff rolled down to state control. State control.
Yeah.
You know, and we need to be watching that because our chairman gave an announcement. You get the email where they put a hold on the RFP going out for the veteran program in Fulton County. Now, really, it ain't got nothing to do with no grants. That coming out of taxpayers. Marvin got to pull that out of taxpayers, right? But the bureaucrats, some of them ain't never rats. Okay, all right. I'm a bureaucrat, man. I'm sorry. I'm a bureaucrat. I was a bureaucrat. I worked for the VA as a bureaucrat. So I ain't talking about all bureaucrats. You know, I'm just talking about those folks that go to work and don't work for the people. You know, and a lot of people go to work, no work for the people. And but I'm gonna just say this now. I went to the VA the other day with a new doctor to get my heart doctor and a nurse, and I found people, man, that actually talk to me like I was a human being and a veteran. That this. So it ain't all people we got to deal with. We just got to show these people that who's out there acting up, that veterans are not gonna tolerate it. Mm-hmm. So and how do we do that? We got to show up in numbers. Mm-hmm. We got to show up in numbers, and in numbers in a way that they know that They got enough votes right there to put me out of business. Yep. You know, I better listen to these veterans. You know, I heard today that they was working on a gun control issue at Club E. I wished I could have been in that meeting, because we want to be able to network with all people in the community that's working for the community. Yeah. You know, really working. And one of the things we need to do is get some sensible gun control in our communities. It just got to happen. Yeah. You know, because, I mean, already, how many school shootings we done had this year?
Yes.
Already.
Yes. You're right.
Apparently the gun lobby is part of the billionaire circle.
Yes.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They are. Yeah, that's who with him. Yeah. And that's the problem. 2% of the population controlling 90% of the wealth. Yeah. They, you know, like all them billionaires that we see around Trump right now, they're responsible for most of the jobs that people doing in our community. Mm-hmm. See, that's why I'm so upset with veterans not getting that benefit, that business benefit. Veterans need to start creating businesses in the community. Really, I mean.
All right, what? Tell us about this business benefit for veterans.
Okay, everybody need to know that. When I've been filing claims since 1975. That's too long to try to talk back. But I have not filed but 5. I'm talking about, and then 2 of them fell out. Only 3 business people I've been able to get set up in all this time, because those are the only 2 people that came to me saying, man, how do I get a business with the VA? Because they know that business loan is there. The Patriot Business Loan is there. It goes through the SBA, Small Business Administration, and they'll train you. They'll help you. Listen, you can get $250,000 to start a business. The problem is that you got to have a 740 credit score to be eligible. Now, I found out something about that VA credit score in 2022 when I bought a house with a 560 credit score, and I was in bankruptcy. How do you do that? Find you a mortgage banker. Mm-hmm. That's all I did. I found a mortgage banker that say, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna do an underwriting. I'm gonna do a manual underwriting, and the VA gonna approve it. They approved it not." I said, they telling everybody you gotta have a 640 credit score. Yeah. And I was in bankruptcy. Mm-hmm. I was in a Chapter 13 predicament, and got to find a mortgage person, man, and bought a house. Okay. It's the same with the business. You got to find a business, a banker that will back you. Okay. Until we get the laws changed, because that credit is a mess anyway for people that ain't trying to buy nothing. I mean, them credit bureaus, they just as messy as they can be. Okay. They're credit bureaus. That's a subject that we got to talk about. We're gonna get Jack on him one day to help us talk about that, because he know about the credit scores. He help people get their credit right, and that's what we got to do. We got to get people that's willing to go do the work, get your credit score up, and get a business.
Well, it just so happened last weekend I went through a 3-day seminar on how to purchase tax liens and deeds and fix and flips, wholesale, and I'm also in the process of getting my credit score, up to a good level. I mean, it's coming up, but a little bit more work. So hearing about this business package that veterans can be a part of is very interesting, intriguing to me. I can't say I'm quite at 740, but that's. I mean, I'm thinking once I get to that level there, I can pretty much go anywhere and get a loan or mortgage if that's what I want, but just to get the money to be able to purchase, foreclosures and so forth and so on, and fix them up. These are the things that I'm going to be targeting, the things I'm targeting as I, build up my business profile. So if there's some information there that I can utilize as a veteran in going forth with this business model, I'm definitely open to it,
Well, this is why we're doing this. We are starting on the 10th of February. I'm training 10 claim agents.
Okay.
10. 10 claim agents. Claim agents will be when they finish the training. It's a 3-month training period. They'll be able to file claims with VA and Social Security. They'll know all of the benefits, avenues that VA got in terms of home loans, business loan, education, disabilities. It's a whole slew of benefits there that we never touch because we don't know no better. Okay. But these agents that we train, I'm gonna train them out of my experience. And I think I got an experience even the VA will acknowledge, even though they don't like it, that of filing claims. And been doing it and going to continue to do it till the day I die because I'm upset with these folks because it took me 16 calendar years to get service connected. I was wounded in combat. I was wounded in battle.
Wow.
And it took me 16 calendar years to get that. And I had to learn that. I had to, phone? Oh. Microphone. Oh, at the bottom? Oh, I'm sorry. Where we at? You see it? I can't see it.
Y'all continue on. I'll find it. Yeah, let me turn my phone on.
You see it? Microphone down there? Yeah. All right. Yeah, just sit it. So what I'm glad Gary's here because see what we are doing with the claim agency for our healing village. This is a partnership with Vietnam Veterans of America. Now I want to say that because we're getting ready to pass the baton. I'm now no longer wanting to do my eyes bad. You got a bad heart. I could be clocked out any day. I don't want to leave the community the way I found it. I want people in the community able to pass out accurate information and help people get the benefits that they've earned. It's a simple process, but they make it complicated with BS. Just think. If you get a claim, you get an opinion back from the VA when you get a rating decision. You get probably one page that talk about what you were getting. Then you got a whole stack of other stuff that you got to read through before you even get to the fact that they just denied you or they just granted you the benefits. Because they're trying to teach you what the system is. You should know that system. The people that are helping you should know that system before they file. If they know that system before they file, then they're able to file effective claims. They know what they're doing. The average claim agent right now, you go to American Legion, these folks, you start talking about business. Well, we don't do that. You don't help veterans file claims for business? Why? It's a benefit. You don't help veterans file claims for buying a home loan? It's a benefit.
Yeah.
You need to know how to help folks do that. You're out here talking about you helping veterans. You just helping them file disability claims. You helping them file, and you're filing bad disability claims because I see too many denials. 90% of the cases that come to us had already been denied. 90% of them, they done went out there and got it denied, then they come to us.
So is it better to come to you before
you file a claim?
Before you file? Okay.
And then I'll go to some people that American Legion and DAV do good claims. I'm not saying that they don't, but they're hard to find.
Yeah.
They're hard to connect.
Yeah.
So they ain't as visible. I try to be visible. I wear my hat everywhere I go.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, I got on the veteran cap.
Speaking of business, one of the things that I learned from the the Wealth Builders Workshop, and I want to give them a shout out because they gave me some great information, and I really appreciate it. So now it's on me to put it to use. They were teaching how this country is built upon the principles of business, and a lot of times we will wonder why these major corporations, billion-dollar corporations, can get away with so little taxes and so many tax loopholes. And it was explained that, well, it's designed for the W-2 employee to pay the bulk of the taxes. It's designed for the business to be able to get the write-offs, because business is what stimulates the economy. And it's incumbent upon us as individuals, if we want to take advantage of the way the tax system is set up in this country, to become an LLC. Now, you don't necessarily have to. A lot of people have side hustles, you know. Getting an LLC, you can use that to write off everything. Gas, groceries, just about everything. You get with your accountant on that, of course. But it allows you to save a lot more of your money, especially when you're making the type money that's going to bring on about a 30%, taxation. When people get up there in those 5 and 6 figure incomes yearly, if you just working for a company, you're making that kind of money, you paying, boy, you getting hit hard, you know. Yeah. But if you have a LLC, you can use that LLC to absorb some of those. It can absorb a lot of those taxes that you would normally have to pay if you were just a regular W-2 employee. And since this guy is in office right now,
you don't get away from the business tax. You got to keep it real with that. Now you set up your LLC. You setting up a business.
You setting up a business.
You setting up a business, and that business gonna be taxed, even though you got to write off a lot of the stuff that you do under that business. But the business gonna be taxed, and that's one of the things that Donald Trump was good at manipulating. He purposely give business a bigger break than he do. Why? He got 500 businesses, so why wouldn't he do that? But what you point out, Gary, is something that we always should preach to veterans. Just because they got the benefit, and that benefit was designed to be a stepping stone back to parity with your people that didn't serve. People that went on to college and got into business, and they made a good living for themselves. So that's what these benefits are designed to do. But if you're not getting the benefits, that's a problem. So that's why Vietnam Veterans of America so focused on not just you getting the benefit, but us creating a clear path to those benefits by being able to lobby. Being able to lobby. Tony not lobby for just for two things. We allow it for two. We just allow it for two things: the memorial and the veteran service program, and we got both of them.
Yep.
Okay.
Just fund it.
Just me and him.
Fund it.
Yeah, just me and him.
Okay.
And this was under the shadow of, oh man, the government ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't gonna do nothing. I don't know why y'all wasting your time. Now we trying to get y'all to come and take advantage of it.
Yep.
we lobbying y'all is the problem, not lobbying the government. It's lobbying the community to get involved to take advantage of these things that we know we are putting together for you. Right now, the Sons of Atlanta Vietnam War Memorial. I want to do this here because we're getting to the end. Go to the website. Now, this website is awesome now because you can watch the show from the website. You can actually book me as a speaker from the website if you want to. But you can purchase a brick, a commemorative brick that's going to be with your name in Atlanta Historic Piedmont Park forever. You can purchase a brick that be on this memorial in Piedmont Park. And it's for $100.
Yeah.
Now say that website again.
sonsofatlanta.org.
Sonsofatlanta.org.
Yeah, sonsofatlanta.org. You can go there right now, 24/7.
Yeah.
And actually, if you communicate through the website, you can, you if you need help with claims, you can do that. Right there.
Sonsofatlanta.org. You can get help, professional help with your claim, and you can participate in the Brick Memorial. Yeah.
And Speakers Bureau.
And Speakers Bureau.
So you can go there, because right now we're sort of like the VA. We got Vietnam Veterans of America main website, the chapter website, but we didn't transfer everything over to Sons of Atlanta. Why? Because it's a more active, locally focused website, right? The chapter website is just a listing because it's Vietnam Veterans of America. It listed as Vietnam Veterans of America, so we are connected with all the other Vietnam Veterans of America chapters across the country. But Sons of Atlanta is all local. It's all about us locally. You know what I mean? We got people that gonna buy bricks from everywhere though. You know, because veterans gonna support veterans. They're gonna support veteran issues. So I'm telling folks, the Veteran Foundation is gonna issue a statement in their newsletter this month, and we're gonna compete my Park Conservatory this month. It's gonna start marketing and promoting the bricks. We only got 12,000 slots. Only 12,000 slots. First come, first serve. I guarantee you, before the Memorial Day this year, we're going to have a memorial in Piedmont Park. And all the bricks going to be gone, y'all. The opportunity is open. It's an open door right now. And if you're interested, go to the website 24/7. And you can push the bricks right there. You don't need me. But if you need some help, call Tony. All right, Tony. I mean, he's the treasurer. He wants some help. Don't call me. Call Tony.
But the other thing about that, it's really, really simple. It's not like it's a challenging procedure to do it and everything. So, we're encouraging everybody. It's a perfect way to memorialize anybody in your family. They don't have to be veterans just to be memorialized. They can be anybody in the family.
I actually got my mom and dad on there.
You can memorialize your family reunion. For my family, it would be the Hicks Hendricks family reunion. Purchase a memorial brick for the memorial. And it's one of those things where, I mean to cut you.
Go ahead.
It's one of those things where you'll hear people say it's one of the most visited parks in Atlanta.
Okay.
And so it's one of those things. Once you purchase that brick, here is an opportunity for you to come to the memorial so that your family can see the memorial itself, along with the brick purchase with your family named in it. It's just all kinds of positive things about it. And so we're encouraging people, purchase that brick, get your family, your sororities, your Boy Scout troop, that's huge.
Anybody.
And that's sonsofatlanta.org.
And let me say this, you talking about anybody, Gene Care bought a brick.
Yes.
Gene Care Medical Center, I don't want to miss it.
$1,000 brick.
$1,000 brick.
Yes.
So, and that's the memorial. You're looking at it right there, and you're looking at how this thing coming up in Piedmont Park, that's going to bring a lot of business to that community.
Let me ask you all this. The funds for these purchases, what are they being used for?
Oh, that's a good question. We're going into the communities and memorializing the experience of the Sons of Atlanta, right? We're going into the community centers and provide resources and information to address the issues in the community, right?
Okay.
Right then.
Okay.
Now, that's what we're going to do. See,
Okay.
we're going in there with money, so we're going to be able to attract more money, and we're going to be able to point out where the money is coming in from our tax dollars. See, a lot of people right now don't even know about the Veteran Service Program in Fulton County.
Okay.
That's finna give out some more money. For 501c3. If you got a 501c3 and a veteran in Fulton County, you need to look out for this money, because it's going to be coming down again. And they said that she was saying that they weren't going to do it this month, but they got to do it because it's legislated. Whether they do it at this month or they do it in March. but we're trying to get everybody notified so they can get ready for it and file for it. You know, and that's what we're going to be doing in the community, making sure that the community know where the resources at. And then we've got things in the community that sometimes it takes a little bit of time to pull these resources together. If we got somebody that's finna be evicted, we're going to stop it right then because we're going to pay the money.
Okay.
You know, if we got somebody that light bills is being off, we're gonna pay the money.
Okay.
You know, if we got
those are things I was looking for.
If we got somebody in the community that's trying to start a business and they're waiting that they in that crossroad, we gonna help them.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what these funds are for.
And not just that. You can remember when you went in the military, did you have any idea about your benefits? And so this is one of the things we're going to catch those young guys that just graduated from high school that are planning on. We want to educate you on your benefits before you get in there. You know, so now you go in expecting it, and an informed veteran or a future veteran is a better veteran because now he has a reason to stay in the military because all of those benefits come from remaining a senior member of the military.
And let me tell you something, you can buy a house while you're in the military, we can't start a business. You can buy the house. And it can be paid for when you come out of the military. You know, so this is the kind of information we're taking into the community. And not only that, we're going to set up computers in the library to make sure everybody get online that don't know how to be online. We talked about that today. So, that's what we're raising the funds for. So we can be able to go in and advocate and serve at the same time.
Okay. All right. Sounds like an excellent program to participate in. Sonsofatlanta.org.
Yes, sonsofatlanta.org. Glad you're on the show and mentioning that. But we want to tell everybody, every Saturday from 4 to 5 o'clock, we're here talking about things dealing with veterans, about your benefits, about your community, and we throw in a little politics every now and then. So next Saturday from 4 to 5 o'clock, be here.
Like us on Facebook.
Thank you. You just took like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and be here for sonsofatlanta.org and the Veterans Talk. And we talk about things dealing with veterans, families, and veterans affairs.
And that's all veterans, right?
All veterans.
All veterans.
And share the site. You can actually share it. So do that.
It's a pleasure to be here, guys.
Thank you, Gary.
Yeah.
And we look forward. That's it.